like this today. Yet no man wants me to be his girlfriend!
I hate when I see a man that's so fine and then I pass him and he doesn't say anything. Like when people say, oh, girls don't shoot their shot. Yes, they do. If I look at you like this, like say you walking this way and I'm walking like this, and if I look at you like this, that's me shooting my shot. Come say something. Tell me why every day I go out looking adorable, tits bouncing, skin glistening, and yet nobody ever hits on me or approaches me. Ever. Oh my god, like please. I'll take a fucking construction worker cat call at this point. Please.
Why is it if you're out in public, right, and you see a girl, give them a little smile, why don't you just like start a conversation? It's happened to me so many times and I'm like, why are you guys not coming up to me? You obviously keep staring at me. We keep making eye contact. We keep giving each other a little smirky smile. So pull the trigger. I wish I had the balls to go up to them and be like, hey.
I saw a TikTok that said men aren't approaching women not because they're being told not to, but because they're just actually too scared.
So why do men no longer come up to women?
And I have a question for you. How do you feel about a girl approaching you first? Like she's interested in you and wants to get your number. How do you feel about that? Let me know in the comments.
This might ruffle some feathers, but men don't like women because anything that is inherently feminine or girly or embodies just being a girl, men hate it, they downplay it, they make fun of it, they mock it, and they're disgusted by it. Whether that's girls being excited or gossiping or doing makeup, like anything, like they hate it, they make fun of it, women are emotional, blah, 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 blah. And it's just funny because they don't like women, they don't like being around women, they hate women.
You know what's offensive? Dating apps in your 30s. Do you know what's more offensive? When the people in your life who are in relationships or married or dating look at you with pity and they say, just keep trying, your time's coming, it'll happen when you least expect it, just get out there and meet people. No. Have you been on Hinge lately? Have you been on Hinge in 2025? If the answer is no, you are not allowed to give me your opinion. Like, I'm 31, and this whole meeting people organically out and about thing, I just don't think it exists anymore. I don't think people communicate in person.
I think from our perspective, there's been a massive decline in men approaching women. On a night out, like guys, their focus isn't on women until the end of the night when they're trying to find a woman to take home.
Gotcha. Right, yeah.
Like they're not really interested in,
Right.
even just like a little bit of rapport. To
yeah.
see if you vibe, if you've got the same personality, if you've got the same sense of humor.
Yeah.
Even if you're looking at guys, they won't come up, they don't want to get rejected, or they just care more about going to do lines in the bathroom. Like it's a multitude of things.
We get hate for this, but it's got to be said. Women want certain men to approach them. Let me explain. I saw a creator on here saying, men, why don't you approach us in the grocery store? Why don't you approach us at Tractor Supply? Why don't you approach us in the wild? Because here's the thing. Men have been trying to do this for decades. What happens? They don't get a positive response. 9 times out of 10, they are going to be shot down. Women want certain men to approach them. How many times do you go on social media and do you see women making videos saying, a man was following me around 3 aisles and he kept looking at me? What if that man thought you were cute and he was trying to work up the courage to talk to you? Yes, there are very bad men in this world, but there are also great men who genuinely want to talk to you, but so many women are unapproachable. You need to look approachable. If you want to be approached by a man, you need to make that blatantly obvious. I was talking to my husband and my cousin about this, and we started talking about, well, what's the solution? I feel like it would make it easier for men to approach women if you're at an activity. Let's just say you like to bowl, you like to axe throw, you like horseback riding, you like to rock climb. It is probably easier for you to approach a woman in those kinds of scenarios because it's an activity and you know that you both like it. You have something in common. Get creative with how you approach women, but women, you need to be approachable. Make eye contact, smile, let them know that you want them to approach you. They don't know. How are they going to know?
I'm in an era where I hate when men talk to me
Maybe that's an era that I'm always in now that I say it out loud. Either way, why is it when you want none of them to speak to you, when you want to be invisible to men, that all of them approach you? And it's like, I want to wear a sign on my head that says, I don't want to talk to you. And they all approach me and they're talking to me and I'm like, I'm married. And they're like, well, where's your husband? And I'm like, what the, how do I win?
I made a video about how men don't really approach women as often, or at least it seems like they approach us less. And the comments from men were basically like, we just don't feel like it's worth it to date anymore. Like, women have these unrealistic expectations. And then I've seen many videos from other women kind of saying similar things. Like, well, what's the point of dating? You know, if we're going to have to be the workers, the laborers, the caregivers, the homemakers. And so, like, I feel like both genders are kind of at this impasse where they're like, it's just not worth it to get into relationships with the other person. Like, it's easier to just stay single. And then I read about different things like the male loneliness epidemic and the fact that the birth rate is declining. And I just wonder if we have literally pushed the pendulum so far that we're slowly going to eradicate humanity. And honestly, I understand points from both sides.
I feel like the men here don't even really initiate. Y'all be letting the women come to y'all because y'all know it's so many of us. That's also why you guys feel like you're the prize. Because there's so many of us, y'all just feel like y'all don't have to do anything. Like, you're too cocky.
Women want to be approached more and pursued more, at least for what I see in my personal experience in my relationships with women and what I hear. And then I also conducted some informal survey data of 13,000 women in the US and the UK. 97% said they would rather meet their partner in person than online, and 95% said they wish they were approached more often by men in real life. 95% of anything is
Hello YouTube, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. So today's episode is quite special but confusing because we have half of these women complaining about why men don't approach them in public, and we have half of them also asking men to stay away from them in public. They literally call men who approach women creeps. So now the question here is, what do women really want? What do they want men to listen to? Stay away from them or approach them, right? So now, men, let me know in the comment section, which of these women would you consider? Those who say you should approach them or those who say you should stay away from them? Let me know in the comment section. Meanwhile, I'm going to read what other men have already said in the comment. Our first comment says, yeah, I would totally go to the lengths to get the girl to be mine. If only that technique would work today. Today, that stuff just makes you look like a creep, and we have learned that putting in effort to get a girlfriend is counterproductive. Well done, ladies. You have really made it easier for yourselves, haven't you? Well, this is a rhetorical question, I guess. If no one ever approaches you, then maybe it is you. Well, he has a point. They probably did have a man approach them, but they rejected them and forgot about them, of course. Men have got the message. You wanted equality and 50-50, so why do you expect traditional behavior from us still? Where is the equality? I need women to catch up with the number of times I used to approach. Wow. Wow. It is too late. Move along. I will not be abused or used by any woman ever. Okay? Correction. Woman is angry that Charles will not approach her. All other men get pepper sprayed and put on blast on social media. Expecting perfect strangers to just walk up to you is insane level of entitlement. I know, right? I know, right? Alright guys, this is where I am ending today's video. Let me know your opinions on this particular video. What do you think about this? Let's get interactive in the comment section, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and I promise you will love it here. Stay